so let's begin. Let's get rid of that. So tonight is dedicated to releasing the past with the laws of the universe and the full moon. The reason why this class is so significant tonight is because not only is it a full moon in Capricorn, which is an absolutely brilliant moon for getting real about things, because what we had is over the weekend we had moon go into Scorpio. I'm a bit of a moon fan. Hold on, whoops, my slides are going off without me. Let's just stop that a step. Okay, so I'm a bit of a moon fan, and the moon was in Scorpio recently, and Scorpio is a sign that asks us to look at ourselves and to really go in and ask ourselves, what are we hiding? What are we hiding from? What are our secrets? You know, what are we being untruthful about? What are we not being honest about? And that's what came up from the Scorpio moon. So I found it quite intense over the weekend, because it brought home a few home truths about myself that I had to answer. And then now with the full moon, what the full moon is asking us to do is to release everything that is in our past that we want to let go of. So with this energy, we are able to just let go of everything. And that means getting really down and naked and honest with ourselves. It can be uncomfortable. This work isn't easy. This is only for the brave. And when I set this class up, I asked Creator to only bring me masters who are ready to move on, who are ready to face themselves and face their destiny, and to really go there in this work. Because the laws of the universe, unlike our angel guides or the crystals or shamanism, the laws have a different approach in how they interact with us, because they are managers. They just get the job done. They don't have so much of a vested interest in our emotional well-being as much as, say, our ancestors do, or the fairies do, or, you know, the elementals, or any of those other non-physical beings who kind of know what it feels like to be human and can sympathize with us more on a human level. The laws are just practical. They're very truthful. They are what they are. They're very upfront. And that's one of the reasons why I love working with them in particular. So with regards to the full moon, which is in Capricorn, it goes into full moon into Capricorn tomorrow, but we've still got the energy of it now. Capricorn is a sign of steady footedness. It's the mountain goat. It's about being sure about what you're doing. It's almost like sitting in an armchair and reading the paper and being clear about where you're going and answering the question, you know, what are you doing next? And that's why the full moon in Capricorn is so beautiful to be working with now, because it is you have to be clear. And you have to be concise with yourself about what it is that you're doing. The other thing about the heavens at the moment that's really interesting is over the next couple of months, there will be 6 planets going retrograde in the heavens. And that means that they will be asking us to go back into ourselves again and to be reflective, because I feel that what's happening is on the planet at the moment is that we are shifting and we are growing and we are developing into our highest selves. You know, a lot of the rubbish that we've believed to be true, the stuff that we've done to the planet as well, it's coming to an end. It has to come to an end. But in order to do so, we've really got to understand where we've come from in order to figure out where we're going to. So with the planets that are going retrograde, look out for Mars, I think, which is the first one that's going to go backwards in the next couple of days. That's going to have an impact. That's going backwards in Aquarius, which is a sign of friendship and relationships. Mars is a warrior planet. It's the action planet. So you may find that your friendships in particular and your relationships are going to be triggering you. And you may think back to what people have, because Mars is an action planet, what somebody did in the past. In terms of friendships and relationships, that stuff might come back to kind of haunt you and cause you aggravation. But don't worry, it will all be well. Everything will work out wonderfully well in the end. So it's cool. It's just good to know what's happening in the heavens above us. So tonight's objective is to upgrade your knowledge and understanding of the laws of the universe, to share what the laws know and what we have potentially forgotten, to guide you through the process of releasing the components of your life that do not serve your highest good, to show you how easy it is to find the emotional freedom you deserve, to celebrate all that you are and all that you are yet to become. Those are the objectives for tonight. Excuse me. So a little bit about me, to those of you who've never met me before. My name is Jenna-Lee. I'm a psychologist. I'm an advanced theta healing practitioner now. I'm also a writer, a teacher, a geek goddess, prayer warrior, and fearless love emissary. I'm also a former drama queen. I don't think I've outgrown that at all. But that's a bit about my background. So my journey into theta healing started just over about a year or so ago. I was introduced to it by my dear friend Sky Akamesis, who did a healing on me, and something shifted, and it was like the very beginning of my own personal transformation on the deepest, most profound level. I have not been the same since being exposed to theta healing. I feel like I found my family and my friends, and my soul connections are so deep, and it's all because I've been exposed to the creator of all that is, this energy that is just incredible, and it's available to all of us. We're all born with these gifts, we're all born with these abilities. There's nothing special about me or about any other theta healing practitioner. It's just the fact that we've learned to use the energy of all that is. So what we do in theta healing is we gather information from universal energy, which is the creator's mind, for want of a better word. It is everything. And we'll be going up there this evening in our meditation part. We go up into the theta energy, and we look around. So we ask questions, and we use that unconditional love to heal ourselves, and to heal our family lines, and to just heal and to grow and to expand. So that's the point of working with theta in that way. There is nothing, I love this, there is no thing on heaven or earth that cannot be put into divine right order, and divine right order is always love. For every problem, every anxiety, every stress, everything that you experience that is hurting you, the instant, I promise you, the instant that the problem appears, the solution appears before it. And the solution is always love. So I know it sounds so cheesy, it's so corny. The love is, there is always a loving response to everything. You know, even in the most dire situations, if you are willing to just trust, have a little bit of faith, and go deep, you will find an answer that will set you free and make you feel good. Not just you, but anyone else who's involved in whatever situation you're involved in. There is always a loving response, and our creator's response is always loving. So if it doesn't feel like love is the answer, it's not creator. Okay, so there are 7 planes of existence in theta healing that we talk about. The first one is the dominion of the crystals. This is the earth itself. This is Gaia. This is the soil. This is the history of the land. It is water. It is everything that lives on that realm that we walk upon. The second is the kingdom of the plants. This is plant medicine. Everything that grows, that's green, that sprouts from the earth is a plant. And they are incredible healers. They're incredibly wise, the plants. Anyone who's done shamanic medicine will know how profound the plant kingdom is. And I know from my own experience that they've seen it all before, and they understand. They're sad by the behavior of man at the moment. That is something that is of concern to them, because we are a threat to their survival and to everything. So the plants really do wish us well and want to work with us. And then we've got the physical world, which is our third plane of existence, which is where protein exists. It is here in this world where spirit meets the physical plane. It comes to life here. This is the only realm of existence, the only plane of existence where you can have a body, and that you can physically experience vibration through your senses. So everything is vibration. If you've done my previous class, you'll know that this is something that I've talked about to quite a great degree. The whole universe vibrates, and on Earth, we get to translate those vibrations through the physical senses by having a physical temporary form to experience it. So being in physical form is actually a blessing. It's a blessing that I don't think we take enough pride in, and we don't fully appreciate just how wonderful it is to be human. So never take your experience here for granted, because you're special to be here. I think that's the point I want to make on that one. The other thing is the next realm is the realm of spirit. This is where our ancestors live. This is the home of the astral planes, other schools where other beings who don't embody physicalness live in the realm of spirit. A lot of that's where our ancestors live primarily. It's a great place to travel to if you're into astral projection and outer body experiences and lucid dreaming. The fifth plane of existence is the realm of ascended masters, of angels, of our soul family. It's where we come from. So if you are in this class at the moment, you are a fifth plane master. I know that because I only work with them. I am a teacher of teachers. So I know that if you are sitting here listening to me, you come from the fifth plane, and you are here to experience life, and you're also here in service to the earth and to each other. And this is where we grow. We come to the earth plane to grow. It's our school. It's the school of our children as well. And that's why you are in this class with me, because you're a fifth plane master. And then finally, the sixth plane is the laws of the universe, my dear friends. And they are our governors. They keep the universe hanging together. They are the fabric of life. Without the laws, everything would be chaos, and Creator created the laws in order to keep us safe and to give us fun and pleasure. And we experience life and diversity. We have our experiences at the bequest of the laws. It's because of them and because of what they do that we are able to have the life and the experiences that we do. And finally, there is the creator of all that is. God, divine mind, spirit, source, whatever you want to call that energy, living up on the seventh plane of existence. I think the things to understand about Creator here is that Creator created you and me and everything from its own energy. It created everything from unconditional love. So therefore, that's so important to really understand and to grasp that. There is nothing that the Creator will deny you, because Creator only knows love. So everything that you ask for from Creator is always given to you as love, and everything you ask for is given to you. Because we have free will and we have the ability to say, yes, I like this, no, I don't like this. What happens is we often misunderstand Creator's gift and see it as something that it's not. When in truth, it's always loving. There is always a loving response. It's just your responsibility to find it. So if you can commit to that, you will find that life is playful, life is fun. You're here to experience. You're here to have, to learn how far you can go. You're here to have an experience on behalf of Creator. So Creator created you in order to understand his or herself. That's how I understand it. And every time you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And it's the thing that you do want that Creator takes and expands with. Because don't forget, in the physical form, like I said, it's the only realm where you can taste things and touch things and go, ew, I don't like it. Non-physical energy doesn't have that luxury. Non-physical energy just exists and gets on with it. So by us being here and going, I don't like that, Creator automatically hears, I prefer this, and then becomes that part of you that is eternal, that part of you that is spirit, expands to become what it is that you said you do want. Even if in your physical body you've said I don't like something, because for every don't like there must be a like, and it's the like that Creator takes on and transforms and gives you the gift of expansion with. So, like I said, and as you guys know, because you're super intelligent and you've done lots of this work already, love, the most powerful vibration in the universe, is the thought form that generates the most desired feelings, growth, and expansion. And it is really important to train yourself to think lovingly. That doesn't mean to necessarily just think happy, positive thoughts, because I personally don't believe just thinking positively works. It's not enough to think positively. You have to feel the vibration of love. You have to align yourself with love. You have to learn to really understand what love is thinking, how love perceives the world. And when you do that, what I pressed the button by mistake. When you do that, sorry, just get rid of that. When you get into the vibration and the feeling and the thinking mode of love, your whole world changes. It really does. You become more playful and more excited and more detached from the storms of life, of the illusions. And we're going to talk about the law of illusion tonight as well, because that's a really big one when it comes to the work that we're going to be doing about releasing. So I just want you to really grasp the nettle that Creator is love. Creator created you from unconditional love, because Creator can only create from Creator self. So therefore, there is no negotiation about what you are. You are an aspect of the Creator having a human experience, that you are unconditional love too, just in physical form, and also with free will. Okay. So, excuse me, I'm just going to have a sip of tea. I've got a little bit of a sore throat. In order to really, this everything will tie up at the end, because I know you may have thought, oh, I'm going to come on this call and we're just going to do a bit of releasing and that's it. No, that's not how it works. We're going to get you to really get your head around, and that's what the laws are. The laws are very mental, they're very left-brained. We're really going to try and get your head around what it is that you need to understand to make those shifts that you want really quickly, and it's left brain stuff. So be prepared to have your mind stretched a little bit. There is a step that you need to, excuse me, there is a step you need to master before you can harness the power of the Creator, and it is trust. Basically, you have to learn to master trust. You need to understand what trust is. There are 4 components to trust. We all have ideas and beliefs that underpin who we are. And so the first trust that you need to understand, the first component of trust that you need to understand, is trust of self. It is so important that you realize that when you trust yourself, in doing so, what you're doing is you know yourself. And like I said at the beginning, if you know what you are, which is unconditional love, and you know that the Creator is unconditional love and that nothing is denied you, then that should give you a sense of power and a sense of completeness and wholeness on which you can build upon, because it's your having trust in yourself is what you build your foundations on. We have standards based on our beliefs, and our beliefs reward us, so we hold on to them and we trust them. When we stick to our beliefs rigidly, we can become inflexible and fearful. So it's this that erodes our confidence and undermines our relationships. It's the fear and our inflexibility, because we're afraid to try something new, to have a new idea, that creates this doubt in us, and we don't truly honor ourselves, and we don't trust ourselves the way that we should, the way that we were designed to, because we're fearful. Really, that's the bottom line on that. So broken trust, which is something that a lot of us have experienced in our lives, brings us face to face with our own shadow. Okay, it tells us that someone has not lived up to our expectation, and our expectation is what we is how we understand the world. Because we expect the sun to rise tomorrow. We expect our car to be in the garage. We have expectations, and when people or situations or governments or administrations or whatever break our trust, it kind of makes us question ourselves on a subconscious level. When people break our trust, when our trust is broken, or when in whatever situation that our trust gets broken, a spotlight is shined on our hidden beliefs. And more often than not, a lot of our beliefs, if you've worked with me before, you know that the childhood is where a lot of your beliefs are formed. Most of your beliefs are formed in your childhood. So broken trust, what that does is it triggers trauma from the past, and it's often painful, or it simply shatters our belief in something. And that's what happens when we lose trust in ourselves. We just aren't able to make sound judgments. And so we rely on other people to fill our bucket and to behave in certain ways. We have expectations of people to always be a certain way because we need them to, because this is what we believe. And without our beliefs, who are we? So learning to trust ourselves, our thoughts, our feelings, and our judgments is critical in maintaining our emotional freedom and stability. Trust in ourselves determines our level of joy, basically, which is why know thyself is at the basis of forgiveness. And forgiveness is the work that we are going to be really working on today. We're going to be forgiving ourselves, and we're going to be forgiving other people, and we're going to be releasing through forgiveness. The second element of the trust quadrangle is a creator. Excuse me, is creator. So trust in the creator comes from knowing who you are, which goes back to the beginning of what I said, what you are and why you are here. And like I said before, you are here because creator is looking to have experiences of expansion and of creation through you. You are love, you are creators, co-creators as well. That's what we do. We have the same gifts as creators. We have the same ability. We cannot create greater than what we are created by, obviously, but we do have the same gifts of creation. And when we learn to forgive, we really do harness that. We learn to master that stuff because we forgive ourselves and we learn to forgive others. Love flows then. So it's simple. Creator loves you, the universe loves you, and life is on your side, believe it or not. The third component of this quadrangle, there's 4 sides, is others. We have to learn to trust others. Now, this can be challenging when people let us down. But if you know yourself and if you trust yourself, other people breaking your trust takes on a different dynamic because you're not relying on them for your happiness because you trust yourself. And then when you trust yourself in the beginning, what you're doing is you make more sound judgments. And because you're aligning with the truth of your being, it doesn't really matter what other people do because you know yourself. So when you know who you are, when you know what you are, when you know creator's intention for you and others, because other people will come with the same parameters that you do. So everyone else has the ability to create and to love and to make mistakes and do everything just as much as you do. When you kind of accept that being human, this is just what it is, you start to see other humans as trustworthy, not because they are trustworthy, but because you know that you are trustworthy. And it doesn't matter what they do in their lives because you can choose how their behavior affects you in yours because you've got free will. So you can always choose not to be affected by other people's behavior, but you've got to be able to do that by understanding yourself first and trusting yourself first, and then trusting that creator's not going to screw you over because he gave you the power to create like him or herself. Other people don't do things to you. Things happen, things just happen, but you get to choose how you respond, and that is so important. You're not going to stop someone from burgling your house if they, God forbid, if they do burgle your house, but you can choose whether or not you then buy 20 locks and never leave your house again, or if you take a self-defense class, or if you move, or if you do something different. You have that choice. It doesn't mean all of humanity is untrustworthy because you've had a negative experience. It just means that you have had an experience and you can take that experience and you can decide how to how to have better experiences as a result of that experience. And that takes trusting your own judgment, which goes back to the beginning of self-trust. You can apply trust in self and trust in creator to all situations and know that the behaviors of others will sorry, I keep pressing that wrong button. You can apply, like I said, you can apply trust to yourself and to trust in creator, and know that in all situations that the behavior of others is not your responsibility. There's nothing to worry about because the laws of the universe will respond to them. Yeah, so when you start to develop that knowledge, that knowing with a capital K, that real knowing of self in you, that everything is always working out for you, you can begin to look at the world from a different perspective, and it's not so personal. You don't take the world so personally if you start to detach that way. Okay, let's go right. And then the last thing is trust in life. Trusting life is a tough one, because when you look at it, when you look at what's going on in the world, it can be hard to believe that there are good things happening out there, you know, but there are good things that happen out there. So learning to trust life is really important. Sorry, my slides are a bit slower than I am. So this is trust in self card, that slide. I'll let you have a look at that. The most important relationship of all, so I've gone ahead of myself, the most important relationship of all is the one between you and you. To forgive is to know thyself. And then trust in creator, source, divine mind, the all, and God. I didn't realize I'd made all these slides. Is to know who you are, what you are, and why you are here. Trust in others. You can stay, you can go, it's always your choice. Rest assured that you can apply trust in self and trust in the creator to all situations, like I said, and know that the behavior of others will be responded to by the laws of the universe, notably the law of cause and effect. You don't get away with anything. This is the second part of trust in others, which just covers what I said, which is divine compensation and the karma of others is none of your business. No action goes unnoticed. The laws of the universe keep a healthy set of books. Be compassionate, be kind, because we're all doing our best. Trusting life. Trust the universe. The laws of the universe are impartial and they are unwavering in their commitment to serve the creator. It is their path. So what that means, what that means is creator created humans. Creator also created laws and angels and everything else, that non-physical energy that lives in the universe with us. And they are on their own path. They have their own dharma, they have their own lives, to be honest. So what happens is, when we come up by living our lives day to day, by having our own personal experiences, we harness the laws to do everything, to do everything from growing our food to turning the planet. There are lots of laws that are in motion constantly, and the more creative we can be with our living, the more creative they can be in responding to our desires. And it's the same thing for angels and ancestors as well. It's the same thing for all of our helpers. The more we trust them, and the more we trust life, and the more we enjoy living, the more we understand that we are creators' children and that we have this ability to create, and that everything is okay at the end of the day, the more the universe can have fun in itself. And it surprises us. You know, you've had those experiences when something totally random happened, where it appeared random. Nothing is random, but it appeared random. It's like, how the heck did that happen? Well, it's because you desired something and you got out the way, and the universe in its clever pants came up with a really fun way to delight and surprise you, because you allowed it to. And that's what the laws want you to do. They want you to set your intention, release the past, forgive stuff, move on, create space for them in your life to deliver unto you in the most beautiful, imaginative ways possible, everything your heart desires. And you are consciously co-creating with the laws of the universe every minute of the day. And their wish and their desire is to work with you and to serve you, you know. So it's really important to trust, to develop that trust in life, in you, in creator, in other people, so that you can have fun, because that's what you're here for. You're really here to just enjoy the existence of being human, because it's such a blink of an eye, and then we return back to non-physical, and who knows when we get to go again. But whilst you're here, enjoy. That's the reality. So before I became a theta healer, a lot of you will know that I haven't really studied for ages, but I was a Course in Miracles devotee. I studied a Course in Miracles for a long time, and these are two of my favorite quotes that I thought were relevant to this evening, which is that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God, which translates into the only thing that is real is love. And love cannot be threatened because it's created by creator and it is creator. And who's going to take on God? Yeah. So if it's not love, it doesn't really exist. Yeah. So that's really comforting. That's always really comforting to me. And herein lies the peace of God. And then the past has gone. It can touch you no more. Is something that we're going to be really working with again later this evening with regards to releasing, because the past doesn't exist, really. Your past only exists in your mind. Two people may have an experience, but we will both interpret it differently. So it's important to get into understanding that the past is only happening for you in your head, as real as it may be, and that's not to undermine anything that's happened in the past. But if you can get stuck there, and my intention for this evening is to take you out, is not to keep you stuck there. What is done is done. That's what I want to say about that. Excuse me. Pain, before I talk about love, so where are we going? We stop this. Okay, one sec. Okay, before I go back and talk about love, what I just want to talk about is pain. Pain is a messenger. Suffering is a choice. So pain is designed to alert you that something is out of alignment. If you then take that pain and continue to ride it out and transfer it into suffering, you are making a choice to do so. Pain tells you that you are out of alignment with Creator's vision of your mind and your body. It's not supposed to last for long periods of time. You're not meant to. The body isn't designed to experience pain, either physical, emotional, or mental. The body's not designed for it. And so if you continue to put that pressure on yourself, then you will manifest illnesses. And who wants to be sick? You know, it's not good. It's not what you were created to do. You were not created to live in suffering. You were not created to endure pain. Pain is just a messenger to let you know. So this painful difference of opinion between Creator and us is an invitation to have a life expanding experience, really. It's an invitation to grow. Creator's answer to all of our pain is always love, and love isn't suffering, it isn't resentment. Love is 180 degrees away from all of those things that are horrible. Love isn't fear in any way, shape, or form. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you are fearful of them, or you feel fear in that dynamic, the fact that you are experiencing fear means that it's wrong. Whatever is happening is wrong. Or, you know, if you're doing a job, or if you're working in a job and it's not, and you're feeling unfulfilled, Creator didn't create you to feel unfulfilled. You're out of alignment. What the unfulfillment is trying to tell you is that there is a part of you that wants something else. There is a bigger part of you. Your soul has expanded, and your soul is calling you to expand into this higher vibration of yourself, into your highest self, into your better self. That's what the discomfort, that's what the messenger of pain is. It's like, look, there's something that's not right here. Let's move on. But the longer we protract that, the longer we allow fear to keep us in that state of fearfulness and pain, the harder it is to get out. And the more we suffer, and we then, because we have beliefs and we create our beliefs based on our experiences, we find stories to justify our suffering. But it's not true, you know. And this world that we live in feeds off our belief that we are separate from one another, and, you know, that there are barriers between us, that there are borders and stuff, and that this is not true. It's just not true. There is nothing in this world that you don't know. Sorry, let me rephrase that. There is nothing in this world that justifies the fear. There is nothing. Fear is never good. Fear is never the answer. It's rubbish. And so it is our belief in separation that hurts us the most. It is our belief that we are separate from source, we are separate from each other, and we are separate from love. that causes us the most anxiety, stress, and disharmony in our beings. Which is why, going back to the earlier slide, it's so important that you learn the relationship between you and you is the most valuable relationship you will ever have. And the trust that you have to nurture between you and you, between you and creator, between you and others, and between you and life is the absolute key to not being held a prisoner of the past and not holding on to old stories and being able to move on. So hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense to everybody? You guys got any questions so far before I go on? Oh, it's all okay. Everyone's quiet. That's great. Okay. Okay, so this is the final point to make about separation. You cannot be separated from the creator. A wave cannot, you can't see it fully on this slide, but a wave cannot be separated from the ocean, and a sunbeam cannot be separated from the sun. You cannot be separated from the creator. It is not possible. You cannot be separated. I cannot stress that enough. You are attached to source at the hip and the heart, and you are safely kept there. You are safely held in the arms of source energy at all times. You cannot be apart. You might think you are. You may believe it for a second, but your guidance system, your inner being, that part of you that is eternal, always knows how to get you home. And that goes back once again to trust in self. Okay, so I want to talk about the law of illusion, which this was the law of illusion's little message to us earlier. Okay. So the law of illusion asks us to look beyond the veil and see the truth of our existence, and to use your third eye to feel all what is. The law of illusion was designed or created in order to keep us safe and to give us something to play with. It's how we learn truth. We come to truth through illusion. Well, that was my journey as well. That was my particular experience of the law of illusion, was that it felt for me like looking behind the wizard's curtain in Oz, going behind the curtain and seeing, hold on, you're just a little bloke, and then seeing the truth of the situation. That's how it felt for the law of illusion. But the law of illusion keeps us believing that we are just physical bodies, but if you can let go of the belief that everything you believe is solid and that everything is unchanging and that everything you believe is true, and open yourself up to the idea that your soul chose to have an experience as a human, because this is the only plane of existence that offers experiences as delicious as this, and the opportunities to really go deep into what it means to live and know and experience stuff. If you can get your head around the fact that you are here for the growth that can be translated through the five senses, you will see past the density of negative emotion. Yeah, you will see that negative emotions are just an illusion. They're just stories that we tell ourselves to keep us safe. So from a biological point of view, we just want to stay alive. And so we've come up with these incredible stories, i.e. negative, which are negative emotions felt in the body as negative emotions that keep us from really stretching ourselves and getting uncomfortable. Because the truth is, your growth isn't in your comfort zone. Your growth lies in what makes you uncomfortable, that you should be doing, that you know that you want to be doing. It's the sorry that you haven't said. It's the letter you haven't posted. Because you believe that there's a reason for me not doing this, and you've come up with a story you've created a story that why you can't do something, and that's an illusion. It's not true. So the law of illusion asks us to expand and see further than the end of our nose, I guess, and to look into love, and more importantly, to understand that everything that you have in your life is a result of the choices that you have made, and that every choice that you make has caused the universe on some level to expand into all that is, and every choice that you've made has helped creator to create, and has helped life to expand. And that's the truth. You know, that's the truth behind illusion, is the fact that illusion gives us choice, shows us where our choices are, and it's through the path of illusion that we find the truth that we are creators, the truth that we are from non-physical energy, the truth that we are eternal, the truth that this is just a moment in time, and that we aren't just flesh and bone and dust and return to nothing. And that it, you know, all those lies that we believe because we don't know ourselves and we don't trust ourselves are being held in place by the law of illusion. But in order to get past the law of illusion, you've got to let the past go. Yeah, and that can be where the challenge is. In conjunction with the law of illusion, there is a law of time. And this was the message from the law of time. And it's about, I will eventually, one day when I'm ready, I think once I can translate it effectively and in a way that other people can understand, I would intend to do a whole class dedicated to the law of time, because it's such a key law. It's really is an anchor law. If you can get your head around the fact that time doesn't exist in the linear form, and that it's a spiral, and that you can change it. Oh, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked by the law of time. You can harness time. That's the point I want to make. Linear time is an illusion. It really is. It's been corrupted by humans. It was created by humans to kind of work out where they were going in the early days of humanity. Oops, there's a fly. In the early days of humanity, it explained the rising of the sun and the laws of nature. We were able to work out when things would happen sort of naturally in terms of nature, in harmony with nature, when we created linear time. But then we've corrupted it, and we've used it in a way that enslaves each other. We hold each other ransom by time, and it's not right. We've got, our understanding of time isn't quite right anymore. We're out of sync with time, literally. The past we hold on to lives on only in our minds as well. That's the other thing about time. Other humans can't feel exactly what you're feeling or what you're seeing in the moment that you're feeling it and when you're seeing it, and yet you're believing that it's real, and you will make references to things that have happened before that haven't happened, and that have happened rather, but aren't happening right now. And because you can put a name and a date and a time to it, you're corrupting time, when the truth is, each human is gifted with a guidance system and a physical intelligence. Our nervous system, which is unique to every single one of us, what our nervous system does is it works out what's happening in the now. If we listen to it, if we listen to our bodies right now, the truth of this moment will be revealed to you. If you get out of your head and listen to your body in the now, which is your nervous system, you will realize that there's nothing happening. Yeah, what you think was a trespass against you isn't happening now. It happened in a moment that is no longer real. And if you're holding on to those moments, you're causing yourself pain and suffering unnecessarily. You know, so the only moment that is real is this one right now. We started talking at 8 o'clock. Where is 8 o'clock? You know, a great analogy for time is if you've got friends or family who live abroad. My best mate lives in Australia. We speak every Saturday, 11 o'clock my time, and in the morning, and night time for her. And it's a different day for her as well. But the reality is, where is the time on that? So it's 11 o'clock for me. I think it's like 8 o'clock in the evening for her the next day or something silly. But we're having a simultaneous conversation. So where is the time? Yeah, it's a bit of a head warp, the law of time, but it's important to understand that you're the one that's experiencing it. You're the one that's creating your beliefs around this construct that no one else can experience with you. Yeah, we might be able to share moments together if we go out for dinner and stuff, but the emotional processing of what happens when you go, oh, that happened to me 10 years ago, is happening to you. It's not happened to anyone else. It's yours. So therefore, you can release yourself from that if it's not serving you. Beautiful memories, wonderful moments in time that are loving and fun and creative, of course. Hang on to them, explore them, devour them, enjoy them. But the ones that aren't serving you are the ones that we're going to release. Okay, so the first law of the universe is everything is mental. Everything is created by thought, basically, what that means. Your feelings connect to your thoughts. Your thoughts are shaped by your perception. If you can change your perception, change the way you are viewing the past, and the feelings enslaving you there will change. Your mind is powerful. Your thoughts are creating constantly. We can create buttons. We can create castles, is a saying that I love. We have the ability to send ourselves to the moon. We have the ability to dig underground and send trains underground. Our minds are superbly powerful. If you focus that energy inwards and focus it on your feelings, you will have a different experience of the world that you live in. So that's what understanding the law of mentalism is about. It's about understanding that you are creating with your thoughts constantly, positive and negative. That's what's happening. And just a side note with thoughts, what happens as well is when we start to create our thoughts, the law of momentum will speed them up. So if you start to think one negative thought about something, you will begin to attract more negative thoughts about the same thing or something else. You'll start to spiral, and then you'll get momentum on that, and it will start to speed up. And the next thing you know, you started the moment hating grapefruit, and you've ended up planning a war. Because it's gathered momentum. So you need to understand the power of your mind. Conversely, the law of momentum and the law of attraction spin the other way. So if you can focus your feelings on and your thoughts on forgiveness, on detachment, on letting things go, on being brave, on being acts of courage, you will gather momentum and attraction in that direction, and you will begin to create positive moments that will lead you forward, that take you forward. Well, because that's the direction that your energy is spinning in. So it's no point there is nothing to be gained by focusing your energy on things that have happened in the past, on negative aspects. It's really important to begin to focus on going forward. So this is my take on time and momentum. So the past and the present cannot occupy the same moment in your thinking. You cannot focus on what was and experience what is right here and now. And right here and now, the experience you have the potential of experiencing is always love. It's always kindness. It's always going forward. It's always moving on. You don't have to hold on to what was if you choose not to, by aligning yourself with now, with this moment, with Creator's moment. You will have a different experience. But you've got to make now okay. Again, going back to what I said about the law of momentum and the law of attraction, the law of momentum is about speed. If you find yourself in a negative spiral that suddenly it's just caught you off guard and you can't stop it, you've got to make where you are now okay. So if you are in a relationship and it's not going well, then you've got to admit that it's not going well and be okay with it not being well, and stop trying to fix it if it's not being well, or if it's a job that you're in that you hate and it's not making you happy, then you have to admit, rather than trying to keep chipping away at it just to prove a point, you've got to make it okay. Because as soon as you make it okay where you are now, as soon as you make where you are in your life okay now, it's so in my head, how I see it is where everything is up in the air and you say it's okay, and everything just drops to the ground and it stops, and then you can step over the broken debris of plates. I use the plates analogy, like plates that are spinning in the air, and you say stop, everything's okay right now, and all the plates drop on the floor, and you just step over them and move into a new moment without having to take the broken pieces of the past with you. By making okay by making now okay, you can give yourself the best gift, which is stepping forward. Let it go. So the law of compassion, who last time when we did manifestation, we were working more with the law of attraction and truth and all those other energetic, dynamic angles of the laws. Every law has two ends, masculine and feminine, a doing and a being. Yeah, end of itself. And last time we were working on the doing because we were manifesting. This evening we're working on the being, which is about surrender and stillness. So the law of compassion, who is always amazing, stepped in at this moment and advised that any moment where sorrow and sadness appear, where suffering is breaking your heart and crippling fear tries to block the sunlight, this is the time when you have to ask, is this creator's truth? And this is so key. When one thing I know about the laws is you have to expect to be answered. You have to be commanding in your belief. You know, expect to feel love's response when you make a command, when you ask for creator's truth. Expect love to answer you, and love will. The laws will not fail you. They will answer you if you are clear with them, because it's when you get wishy-washy about what it is that you want that it gets confusing, not for the laws, because they will just do whatever it is vibration you're sending out, they will respond to, but it gets confusing for you because you're in physical form. Does that make sense? So you've got to be clear. You always have to be clear about what it is that you're asking for. So what we're going to do now, so that's about, okay, does that all make sense, guys? Are you with me on the process of why it's important to do the releasing and the kind of basis, the thinking behind it? Okay. Right, okay, so let's move on. Right. Okay, so if you should have with you your lists of regrets, resentments, and rejections. Can you just give me a quick shout to let me know that you have those? Do you need more time? I just want to make sure that because we're doing this work together, I really do need you to let me know whether or not you need a bit of time to put this together, or if you've already got your list. There's quite a few of you. You've got your list. Have some all on one paper. Doesn't matter where they are, as long as you've got them. That's the most important thing. Okay. All right, so what I want to do then is, because some of you have got them and some of you haven't, excuse me, have it. Okay, brilliant. You've got your list. That's wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you to just relax, because I've done a lot of talking and it was a lot of information to take on board. It's just to settle yourself and to center yourself and just to have a feel for a minute, literally a minute, if there's anything else that you would like to release. So, you know, I suggested your resentments, your regrets, and your rejections, because those are the things that cause us the biggest blocks. But if you can feel around yourself what else there is that you may want to release this evening, and if it could be, if you give yourself permission, that's the thing, is to give yourself permission and just have a good feel. Anything that comes up, anything at all, write it down. Just write it down. The more you can access, the more healing the experience will be for you. Okay. Okay, so just to answer a couple of questions. I'm going to flick through this slide quite quickly. You're about to use water, and we're using the full moon, and the reason being is the vibration of water is equivalent to the vibration of our emotions. And by using the water, what we can do is we can surrender. Everything is energy, so what you're doing is you're moving the energy of your emotions from you into the water. And the laws of the universe that help with this process are listed there: the transmutation, emotion, energy, pure intent, and compassion. The fact that you have written your list, you have called in these laws in order to do that. And the full moon, because at this moment it's the lowest tides, and it's kind of the moon, the universe breathes in and breathes out. So this is when the universe is breathing out, so it's letting things go. And we interrupt the flow of energy from the sun, because the sun is constantly pounding us with do energy, grow, live energy. And sometimes we just need a break. So the full moon gives us that ability to do so. And in calling in the full moon naturally aligns with things like the law of compassion, the law of karma, the law of witness, which is the law that sees everything and says, yes, I saw that, it happened. So we call in all these laws when we're doing the releasing work, in order to just give our work more oomph, more power. And then finally we call in the virtue of forgiveness around at this time, because we are doing forgiveness work, and we're releasing with the moon. The full moon allows us to release, which is always nice. I have a very itchy nose. So we're going to begin your releasing process. So what I want you to do is to look at your lists and just commit to letting whatever it is that you said you want to let go. And I know this is hard, and I know I'm asking you to really dig deep into your heart. I'm asking you to trust you. I'm asking you to feel the inner being within you, that part of you that is eternal, that part of you that is creator, that part of you that is inside you that loves you so much, your soul. And to align yourself with that part of you, knowing and trusting that all is well, that spark has got you. Okay, so just commit to letting go of what does not serve you anymore. So creator of all that is, it is commanded that the resentments, regrets, rejections, and anything else that the good people who are gathered tonight are willing to release from their vibrations be taken by the laws of the universe and transmuted back into unconditional love. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. In doing so, creator, we surrender the following aspects of ourselves to you. We surrender our stress, our low self-esteem, our unhappy relationships, procrastination, the idea that I can fix someone, setting limits, outdated beliefs about ourselves and about others that don't serve us. We release and surrender unto you frustration, comparison with other people, desire to control people, our worries, need to always be right, our stubbornness, our resentments, our ego's destructive behavior. We surrender denial, fear, negative thinking behavior, addictions, defensiveness, beliefs about scarcity, our fear of change, our fear of intimacy, habits of people pleasing, obsessive thinking, attachment to results, the drama and the traumas of everything that is blocking us and stopping us from aligning with the inner being that is you, that is love, that is creation. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. And now what I'd like you to do is just take a minute, take your time, and breathe into your heart. And the paper that you have, whatever that you have written on, I want you to tear it up, tear it into pieces, because you're letting it go. It doesn't serve you. You are willing to release it, and creator is willing to take it from you. The laws of the universe have agreed to take it from you. So surrender it to them. And what I'm asking you to do is to put the paper in the water. So this is no longer your burden. Give it to the water. Tear up the paper and drown it. You are drowning the past. You are drowning your fears, your sorrow, your sadness, your regrets, your resentments, your feelings of rejections. Everything that you are letting go now. And in doing so, you are creating a magnificent space in your life, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, in your bed, in your head, for something new, something divine, something amazing, something worthy of a child of Creator, which is what you are. So release, 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 release. Release all that doesn't serve you. Release it now. Okay, and just repeat to yourself, I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. Just keep repeating that mantra until you start to feel ease and release and the softening of all the things that you want to let go. Command them to let go. Yeah, by giving yourself permission to surrender them, they will begin to release their grip on you. And whatever you are willing, to the depth that you are willing to let it go, it will be taken from you. So give yourself permission to surrender the past, because the past has gone and it can touch you no more. So I give myself permission to surrender the past. The past is gone, it can touch me no more. Just feel how that feels. Feel the lightness. Feel the clarity. Feel the confidence. Feel the trust. Feel the love. The fact that you have given yourself permission to let go is a gift. It is a step forward. It is a demonstration of your commitment to yourself. It is a demonstration of your commitment to love. It is your demonstration of your commitment to life, to Creator, to the laws. And the more you surrender that which doesn't serve you, the more you create space for that which does. So just let it go. You are loved and you are safe. Let it go. And just breathe. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Okay. So what I'd like you to do, once you've finished with your water, with your paper that's in the water, you have, ideally, you should bury it. Give it back to the earth. Let the earth deal with it. It's not your problem anymore. The water in the earth can take care of it. It's not yours. Energetically, you've released it. If you cannot bury it, then you can flush it, but I wouldn't do that. I think out of respect, if possible, tomorrow or later this evening, definitely by Friday, bury it. Yeah, if you really can, just anywhere. Don't throw it away like, oh, that. It's completely up to you. I'd like to think that you give it a little bit more respect than throwing it away. But it's up to you what you choose to do with it. But yeah, so that's that. So just give me a shout. It is done. And so it is. If you just give me a shout to let me know how you are, how that was for you. It was good. That's cool. Very emotional. That's good. Release. That's brilliant. Okay. That's good. So people are getting, okay, you're good. All right. You don't, I understand that this is, this can be quite emotional, so I won't push you on that. Just to sum up and to wrap that up, that little piece up, what I will say is, Creator, we take only the blessings and beauty of what once was. We take only the love into the future of our lives. Only love is real. Only compassion is real. Only the finer aspects of our lives are real. And these are the things that we take with us. We ask that this be done through the law of compassion and through the law of prayer, and so it is. Okay, let's have a look. That's brilliant. I've had amazing. That's wonderful. I'm glad that you guys are experiencing release. Okay, so now that you've done that part, what I would like to do, because like the way that Theta Healing is when we take something out, we have to put something in. And I want you to experience the divine experience of having a little time up on the 7th plane with Creator and to receive some wonderful downloads. So ignore this slide for the moment, because I need you to close your eyes. These are your downloads yet to come, but I feel that you have earned a trip up to the 7th plane. And we're going to call in some laws as well when we go up there. I want to take you up there and yeah, take you into the realm of the laws. So if you guys just close your eyes for me, get comfortable. Just breathe. Just breathe, breathe, breathe. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Okay, and focus your energy in your heart space. And place your hand upon your heart and feel it beating. Just feel it beating. And give thanks for this wonderful, 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 wonderful piece of physical kit that keeps you alive and holds our secrets. It loves. It releases. We don't pay enough attention to our hearts. They deserve much more than we give them, and they ask only to be loved and to love in return. So we just focus our attention on our hearts. Okay. So feel the energy of your heart now sinking down into your body, down into your stomach. Feel your energy dropping down through your legs, down through your knees, down past your calves, down to your ankles. Feel your energy slipping out through the earth, down, down, down through the soil, down through the roots of the trees, down to the heart of Gaia herself. Feel our beloved mother now sending you warm, loving, mingling energy from her heart. It's warm and golden, nutritious and full of nourishment. This is the earth who sustains us. Now feel her energy rising up to meet yours. And this warm, delicious, nourishing energy comes up now through the earth, up through your feet, keeping you safe, keeping you grounded. And feel the energy rising up now through your legs, through your knees, through your thighs, through your stomach, through your intestines. Feel your energy just rising now, rising, rising, rising. Feel this energy beginning to rise. So it comes up now through your stomach, up towards your heart, and up towards your lungs, up towards your shoulders, and feel your shoulders relax. As your shoulders relax, feel the energy coming down now into your arms, down to your fingers, and feel your fingertips relaxing. Your whole body is relaxing as you continue to breathe deeply into this energy as it rises now up past your heart, again, up through your throat, up past your throat chakra, relaxing your vocal cords. Feel this energy rising now up through your face and feel your jaw relaxing. As this energy continues to rise, you can feel your eyes relaxing. Your forehead is relaxing. Your face is just so relaxed as this energy continues to rise up, 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 up now to the top of your head. Now feel yourself, your energy just rising out right through the top of your crown chakra, and you enter into a beautiful ball of light. Now this light is the color of your choosing. It is the right color light for you. In this light ball, you are safe and protected. You are loved. It is safe for you to be here. Now feel yourself rising up in this light ball, higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, as you begin to rise up now through the atmosphere of the earth, all the way up, out into the stratosphere. Pop. You've just gone through the Earth's atmosphere and you're out into space. Now keep rising up, 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 up now as you're heading past our solar system. You're passing all the planets that are friends of the Earth, that are passing around the sun. Now continue to rise up, 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 up as we stretch ourselves outwards, as we head past the Milky Way galaxy, out into the stars, out past the brilliance, all the way past the nebulae. As you continue to rise up, 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 feel yourself expanding. Feel your bubble just shooting up further and further out through space until eventually you come to the edge of the universe and you hear the almighty sound of Om. Continue to rise now. Don't stop as you come up towards some dark lights and some bright lights, dark lights and bright lights. These are the lights of our ancestors. This is the realm of spirit. This is the fourth plane of existence. Keep rising up now, up, 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 as you go higher and higher and higher, and you're getting lighter and faster as you head towards the golden light. This is the realm of the angels and our archangels, our ancestors, our guides, and our soul family. Continue to rise up through this golden light, but take any guides or angels or ascended masters with you on this journey. You can take Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Jophiel, Babaji, any master that you want to take with you. Come with you now. Invite them to go on this journey with you. Bring your guides as you go up, 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 heading now straight towards this green sticky substance. These are the laws of the universe. Don't stop here. Keep going up, up, up. It's so easy to be distracted by the soft, beautiful lights of the laws. Keep going now. Head towards the bright pink mist that's just before you. It's so soft and so sweet and so lovely. This beautiful, beautiful, all-encompassing mist is the law of compassion. This law is the gateway to the creator of all that is up in the seventh plane. Keep rising now up. Feel yourself expanding higher and higher and higher as you head towards this bright white light. The light is so bright, but it doesn't hurt your eyes. Now feel the bubble of light that you are in just dissolve. You are one with the creator of all that is. You are surrounded by this beautiful pearly white light that is as bright as the sun, but it has essence. You can feel it. You are one with it. You are this white light of creation, and this white light is you. Take a moment now just to feel the peace and the love that is here for you. This unconditional love is the love of Creator. It is your home. Just feel the love. Feel the lightness of your being. Feel the oneness of all that is. And breathe, just breathe. Breathe in this light. Breathe in this love. Let it expand your mind. Feel this white light permeating every atom, every cell, every molecule of your being, every subatomic particle that is stardust, that is you. You are one with the creator of all that is. Just breathe. Allow yourself to be held in this love. If there is something that you want to know, there's something on your mind still, it's okay to let it go here. Just breathe, just breathe. The creator knows what you need. The creator knows what you want. You are one. Okay, keep breathing, keep breathing. Allow yourself to be pampered and cared for. You deserve this time. You work so hard and you've come so far. You've lived so well. The universe thanks you for your courage. For your courage to be, the courage to be you, the courage to get up, the courage to show up. The universe applauds you. Creator loves you so very much. So, so much. Just feel the love. Release anything that's still in your aura that you want to be free from. Cry the tears you want to cry. Cry the tears you want to cry. You are safe. Feel yourself expanding now deeper and deeper and deeper into this beautiful white light. Just feel it. This is love. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved so much. Go deeper. Give yourself permission to just fall deeper and deeper into this energy. And as you do, feel yourself expand outwards, upwards in all directions. Feel yourself just as one with everything. Just enjoy this moment. Okay, and whilst you're expanding, what I'd like you to do is to just feel your way around this light, this white light, and feel the other energies that are in this energy with you. Feel the colors and the sounds, the shapes. Just feel, notice, enjoy and delight. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Just feel your way through the colors, the sounds, the lights, the shapes. Allow this energy to just flow through you, to you, and around you. Feel yourself riding the waves of joy, of playfulness, of fun. Allow yourself to smile, receive this energy. These are the laws of the universe. They are our companions and our guides. The colors and the shapes, the rising and the falling that you are experiencing is the sixth plane of existence. It is the home of the laws of the universe who love you dearly. So what we're going to do whilst we're here, we're going to call upon the law of nature. Her name is Oma, to hold us in her loving embrace. We take the time to notice her beauty and the beauty of the natural world in which we live. The stars, the earth, the plants, and the animals. We are grateful to coexist with them. Just feel the love of the law of nature. We call upon the law of cause and effect, the law of balance and the law of justice to put right that which we have released. Feel the power and the freedom in knowing that what is to be put right will be put right. There is nothing for you to do, just to enjoy this moment with Creator and the laws. The law of truth, the law of wisdom, the law of thought, the law of detachment. Please cut the cords that bind us to linear time in ways that do not serve us. The law of time, the law of illusion. Please release us from the polarity of fear and reveal to us Creator's definition, perspective, understanding, and knowledge of the now that we exist in. The law of compassion, the law of grace, and the law of patience. We surrender our hearts to your love and to your mercy. Soothe the wounds and assist us as we heal. The law of magnetism, the law of momentum, the law of attraction. Deliver unto us moments of peace and clarity as we embrace the rhythm of life and the expansion of all that is. It is commanded that the law of transmutation, the law that transforms lower energies into higher vibrations, act now for the highest good of all. Allow yourself to feel the energy of the love that surrounds you. You've released so much. Allow the universe to deliver unto you what is to come next, the good stuff. And so, Creator, whilst we are here in your presence, up here in this beautiful realm of existence, we ask that it is commanded that all those who receive this message be downloaded with unconditional love. Send angels and guides to assist and support them through the process of emotional alchemy. And so it is. So now I'm going to read some downloads. There's quite a few. So you can just stay however you feel, whatever is right for you. Just enjoy that moment. I'm going to read these downloads to you. Because you have free will, you have to say yes. All you have to do is say yes, and they will be downloaded into you to the level that you are willing to accept them. So keep your hearts open. Enjoy the floating, wonderful, beautiful feeling of wherever you may be now. Just take a moment to breathe. Keep breathing. Breathe into the light. Allow the light to fill your body, to fill every cell of your being, every speck of dust that is you. And these are your downloads. I understand what it feels like to be totally connected to the Creator of all that is. I understand what it feels like to allow the Creator to show me all that I am. I know the Creator's perspective on unconditional love, and my definition is in alignment with Creator's. I know how it feels to align with the wisdom of my heart and the love within me. I know how it feels to be supported by the Creator of all that is and the laws of the universe. I know when to call upon the Creator and the laws to help and assist me. I know how it feels to have mental clarity. I know how it feels to live with hope. If you would like this, just say yes. I understand the Creator's definition of forgiveness, and my definition and understanding is the same as Creator's. I know how it feels to show my emotions to those who love me. I know how it feels to trust myself without doubt. I know how it feels to trust Creator without doubt. If you would like this, just say yes. I know how to surrender to miracles and align with them daily. I know how to surrender to what is without fearing what was. I know how it feels to enjoy the beauty of the natural world and heal my emotions with the laws of nature. I know how it feels to surrender to my soul's path. I know how it feels to surrender to unconditional love with another and feel safe. I know how it feels to forgive another person without feeling guilty. I know how it feels to forgive another person and love myself unconditionally. I know how it feels to forgive without reliving the trauma of the past. I know how to forgive and move on positively with my life. Would you like this? If you'd like to receive it, just say yes. I know how it feels to outgrow pain and suffering with love and compassion. I know how it feels to accept responsibility for my actions without self-pity, self-criticism, or self-loathing. I know, excuse me, what's happened there? Whoops, I pressed the wrong one. Sorry, I've just inadvertently pressed the wrong button. Sorry about that. I know how it feels to accept responsibility for my actions without self-pity, self-criticism, or self-loathing. I know when to apologize for my behavior without feeling guilty and ashamed of my feelings. I know how to be forgiven and to forgive. Would you like this? I know how to forgive myself and feel happy. I know how to forgive myself with compassion. I know how to forgive others without compromising my own truth. I know how to forgive others and feel free. I know how to forgive those who hurt me and show kindness. I know how to forgive those who hurt me and set myself emotionally free. I know how it feels to show mercy without cruelty. I know how it feels to love as Creator loves. I know how it feels to own my own feelings without judgment. I know how it feels to be emotionally mature human being. Would you like this? I know how to ask for my needs to be met with confidence. I know how it feels to surrender to the vibration of trust. I know how it feels to be worthy of joy and happiness. I know how to surrender to complete healing. I know how it feels to surrender to effortlessness. I know that divine timing is a universal law that manifests unhindered. Would you like this? I know how it feels to trust non-action. I know how it feels to be calm in the present moment. I know how it feels to be present without feeling anxiety. I know how it feels to be present without feeling remorse. I know how it feels to be present without anger. I know how it feels to be fully present without overwhelm. I know how it feels to embrace the magic of who I am. I know how it feels to surrender to courage, to wonder, and to awe. I know how it feels to embrace playfulness. I know how to surrender to silence and be truthful. Would you like this? I know how it feels to trust my intuition without criticizing myself. I know how to surrender to success without feeling undeserving. I know how it feels to be creative and expressive. I know how to tune in and listen to my body with compassion. I know how it feels to receive support and love from others. I know how to surrender to spirit and trust the process of life. I know how to surrender to inner peace. Would you like this? I know how it feels to feel my emotions without feeling fear. I know how it feels to feel my emotions without feeling overwhelmed. I know how it feels to feel my emotions without feeling guilt. I know how it feels to feel my emotions without feeling shame. I know how it feels to feel my emotions without feeling judged. I know how it feels to feel my emotions with compassion. I know how it feels to feel my emotions with joy. I know how it feels to feel my emotions with playfulness. I know how it feels to feel my emotions with excitement. Would you like this? To receive these downloads, just say yes. I know and understand the Creator's perspective on my worthiness, and my understanding and knowledge is in alignment with Creator's. I know how it feels to feel worthy without resentment. I know how it feels to feel worthy without feeling regret. I know how it feels to feel worthy without feeling rejected. I know how it feels to feel worthy of my desires with confidence. I know and understand the Creator's perspective on transformation, and my understanding, knowledge, and definition is in alignment with Creator's. Would you like this? I align my definition of love, truth, and understanding with that of the Creator's, and so it is. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is just take a minute, just feel love, to feel those downloads downloading into you, feelings of trust, feelings of release, feelings of forgiveness, feeling of unconditional love. Just feel your way through the release and the shift that you've had. Just take a minute, just allow yourself to absorb all the love that is here for you. Okay. So I want you to go back up now, up, 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 up. into that bright white light, up into the light of the creator of all that is. I want you to just take a moment to just absorb the creator's unconditional love for you. Feel that energy. Take strength from the energy that is yours, that is you. Feel yourself expanding into oneness, into peace, into clarity. Okay. Take a breath in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a really deep cleansing breath in and breathe out. Relax, relax into this energy. Okay. Now what I want you to do is to begin the journey home. So as you leave the bright white light of creator, feel yourself now coming back down, 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 past the laws of the universe, the colors and the shapes and the sticky substance. Feel yourself coming down now, down, 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 past the realms of the angels, past the golden lights. Come down now, down, down, down through the dark lights and the bright lights of the ancestors, of the realm of spirit. Feel yourself becoming closer and closer to our universe as you come down, down, down. Feel the pull of gravity as you enter the universe, as you come now down past the Milky Way galaxy, coming back towards our solar system, passing the planets on the way, coming back into the atmosphere of the Earth. Feel yourself coming down, down, down through the Earth's atmosphere, getting heavier now as you become closer and closer to your body. Feel yourself coming down now, back through your crown chakra and straight into your body. Feel yourself slowly falling into your body. Slowly, slowly, slowly as you begin to sink now down, down, down past your heart chakra, down through your solar plexus, down through your sacral chakra, down through your root chakra, and feel this energy grounding you now down through your feet, back into the earth, back onto the earth that you walk upon. Feel your energy dropping now down, back, down, down, down into the heart of Gaia, where she meets you with her nourishing, wholesome, holding energy and sends it back up through the earth. Feel your energy coming back now, grounded in Gaia's love. Up now through your feet, come up through your legs. Feel the energy coming up, 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 back into your heart space where heaven meets earth, and feel the love of the universe, the love of creator residing now in your heart as it meets the love of Gaia, the love of the earth. The 2 points of attraction are in your heart space. You are now back home. When you are ready, keep breathing, keep breathing. When you are ready, open your eyes and welcome home. Take your time, there's no rush. We've got time. Okay. Take your time to realign and come back. Just keep breathing. You've done a lot of work this evening. It's been quite a journey. Okay, guys, so when you're ready, if you just want to let me know how that was for you. How are you feeling? This is a bit where everyone goes quiet on me. I'm used to this now. I'm used to this bit. It's good. Take your time. It's fine. Amazing. That's cool. That's good. Glad you enjoyed it. How's everyone feeling? Quite a few of you online, and no one's talking to me. That's a good sign, I think. Sleepy. That's excellent. That's a result. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Yeah, that lots of colors. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are there any questions? Do you guys have any questions about what we've just done? You know, is there anything? Obviously, I'm really interested in making sure before we end this evening that you are okay, because I know that this doing this work can, because it's so direct, it can trigger. Big thank you to you. Thank you, and thank you. It can trigger stuff, which is what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to be triggered because it's the triggering where the healing is. It's the stuff that needs to come up to be purged, to be released, is where the work is. So if you feel quite spaced out, which is something I hear a lot, or emotional, that's fine. It's perfectly natural. You've done the hard part, which is the releasing part of it, and you've received the downloads, which is the healing part of it. And it might take a day or two to assimilate everything that you've shifted. So be kind with yourself. Go gentle. Go gentle. Yeah, there will be. I got in late, but managed to sit through the beginning of the download. Will I still receive them? Yeah, of course you'll receive them. You if you say yes to the downloads, you'll get them. After I feel a certain density from above the chest up the head, feels like a release, a little stuck maybe. Okay, drink some water. If you feel with Cresalida, drink some water. The rest feels very light. Okay, so drink some water and rest, because if you've got that thank you, if you've got anything that feels heavy, then it will shift. It's just energy that's stuck. So drink water, take a salt bath if you can, make sure you're hydrated. Try and if you meditate or pray, and if you find that your head is still feeling quite heavy, then write. Put pen to paper and write, because you may have thoughts that are stuck there that haven't been fully released, which is fine. They're just telling you that they want to come out. So see how you go and see how you feel. If your head still feels kind of heavy, I'm feeling around you that there are thoughts, and that you can write them and express them, and they will shift. But this is constant work. This isn't a one hit wonder piece of work. This is continuous. Because you're always, it's like peeling layers. There's always more to discover. There's always another. Just when you think you're on solid ground, I know this for myself. You know, I get triggered by stuff, and I do this work every day, and I still find things that trigger me. It is an unfolding. I only came in to make sense. All right, water, earth, yes, got it. Thank you. Okay, cool. Yeah, so someone's just asking me clarification about what we were doing, and if being late on the call makes a difference. You get what you need when you need it is the answer to that, so don't worry about it. I will get the recording sorted and get that sent out. I still have to do the last one. They just take so long to put together, but that's fine. Are there any questions? No? Thank you. That's cool. Right, let me just see, make sure it's not my last slide. So I'm just checking that. I think I'm at the end of my slideshow. Oops, I've got a question here. This is my favorite quote from Abraham that I've just put up on the screen because I think it's brilliant. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for sharing and showing up, and for taking the time out of your day, especially it's so hot today, to do this work. And I wish you all the very best, especially with the energy of the full moon that's upon us. That's going to be doing a lot of shifting for you. Just the next 2 days, I would continue to practice releasing, because this is such a powerful time, especially with all the planets that are gearing up to go retrograde, and you are going to be, not dragged is the wrong word, but you are going to be encouraged to really dig deep into yourself. You're not going to escape who you are over the next couple months. The first 6 months of this year have been really powerful, and a lot of people have had a lot of shifts. I know I have had incredible shifts in the last 6 months. My life is just completely different than it was at the start of the year, and this is just going to continue, but we're going to be asked to be more authentic and more grown up, and to really go there, especially you guys, because you are masters. You're not like newbie souls. You are old souls, and you are here to do great work. I know a lot of you are healers online as well, which is an honor for me, because you guys are, you know, people who inspire me. But when you've got work to do, that's the point I think that Creator wants us to get, and the universe wants us to get our heads around, is that we came here, yes, to have fun and to have joy and to enjoy the experience, of course, but we're also here to assist the planet, to assist our brothers, to assist. We're here to assist, and you guys are high vibrational beings who know how to do it. So the more work that you can do on your own releasing, the more powerful you become, the more we can make a positive difference to everyone and to the planet, who so desperately wants us to help her. You know, Gaia is really asking us to help her. Okay, and so it is, guys. Thank you very much for being here this evening. This is just my my understanding of the, I call this the lost family tree, if you can see it. It's very simple. It's how when I work with the laws, this is what I see. This is how they appear to me as a family, interconnected. And the more you understand them, the more you familiarize yourself with them, the more you can get out of them. So I had an experience recently where, very long story short, somebody triggered me under the law of truth, where I wanted to tell somebody that I wasn't happy with what they had done, and I felt that justice hadn't been served because of the way that this person had approached me. And I knew that because it kept coming, the situation came round twice. I knew that there was a lesson there for me, and it was karmic, and that the law of karma, the law of cause and effect, was trying to get me to clean up something that I had done. And the law of karma is a sub-law of the law of truth. And I was struggling with trying to write this person a message to tell them my truth, which is what the law of truth wants me to do, is to speak my truth. But every time I tried to send the email, the computer crashed. And this happened 4 times. And this was only like a little 10-line email, but I couldn't send it. And then I sat and I called on the law of compassion, who showed me that, yes, speaking your truth is important, but there's a way to speak truth with compassion, because truth without compassion is brutality. And that's why I couldn't send the email. I kept crashing my own computer, because I was doing something that's out of alignment with my truth, which is, I'm not an uncompassionate person. But in that moment, I was blinded by my own emotional trauma, my own humanness, to the fact that I needed to respond to this person with compassion, because if I didn't, I was setting myself up for more karma, and negative thoughts and all kinds of things would manifest as a result of me not knowing that truth needs compassion. Yeah. And so the Law's family tree has really helped me to see what works with what and how they interact with each other, and how we can magnify and intensify our results by working with them. Yeah, rather than just hanging things out willy-nilly. If you, like I said, just like how you'd ask an angel to assist you, or your crystals to assist you, or a shamanic practice or a plant to assist you, the same way you can ask the laws, you can command them, and they always appear. They have polarity, so that, like I said, they have masculine and feminine energy to them. So the law of truth might ask you to just keep your mouth shut, yeah, and observe something, or it might ask you to speak up, depending on what's right in that moment, because Creator's answer is always love. Yeah, so whatever you are being guided to do in the moment, if you've called on the law for assistance, it is loving, even though our humanness our thinking may interpret it as something else. If a law answers you, when a law answers you, it is always with love. Just be mindful that you're human and you might not like the response, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's my little family tree. I can send you guys these slides. It's not a problem. I will send you the recording as well. Once I do that, I will have that done, I promise, before sort of the next week or so. I'm going to do another manifestation with the laws and the new moon. Again, the one just like we did the last one at the last manifestation, which everyone that got such a great response. So I'd like to do that again. It will be a shorter class because it takes a lot of work and a lot of energy for me to do it. It really takes days to put a class like that together. So if I'm going to do them regularly, I can't make them so long. I can do special ones, longer ones, but if we're going to do manifestation and releasing, I'm going to have to figure out a way to make them less labor intensive. Otherwise I lose sleep and I don't want to do that as much as I love what I do. So that's the Laws family tree. I hope it makes sense. Any comments about that? Is that clear? It isn't. I am not the most artistic person in the world. So yeah, there's no whistles and bells on anything, any of my diagrams, on any of my slides. They are what they are. It's my slides. Okay. Okay, since you guys have got no questions and it's coming up to 10 o'clock, I would just like to take this opportunity to thank you for your participation, your love and your support. I appreciate you more than words can say. I really enjoy doing this work. I really enjoy helping you. I hope I have been of assistance and of help to you this evening. And yeah, if you've got any comments or suggestions or anything, then please let me know. You can email me if you want to, or you can just message me on Facebook. If you'd like a copy of the slides or a copy of the recording, then just drop me an email. My email is jenna.lee@live.co.uk, and I will send those out to you once I have got them. The slides I can send out to you straight away. The recording I need to edit first. So yeah, that's it. Since we are done, I just like to say thank you. Have I got any? Let me just double check. Any more questions, comments? Love you. I love you guys too. Thank you. Love you. I do love you. I love you so very, very, very much indeed. So thank you for being here with me this evening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being brave. That's what I love the most. Is I love people who show up, especially there are a lot of women on this call as well, which is great because it means that we are healing we are redressing the balance from a beautiful, feminine, loving perspective, and we're helping the men as well who are also online by being so present and prepared to look at our stuff. All the blessings to you too. Oh, thank you. Well, love to you too, my darling. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Otherwise I will keep twittering on all evening, and I'm sure you've got more important things to do. I love you. I love you. I love you. Please leave me your comments and your suggestions either on my Facebook page or send me an email if you prefer to do that. Whatever works for you works for me. Okay, lovelies. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Take care from me. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night. Good night. God bless. Good night.